Starting a business takes a lot of patience and perseverance. Oftentimes, when we see people starting a business, we only see the success that comes from them starting that business. We don't see all of the trial, the error, the failing, all of the late nights that goes into it. But I really wanted to break this down today and kind of go over some of the pitfalls that you might see when starting a business and some of the things you need to watch out for when you're starting. So the first thing is, when you're starting a business, it is important to just get your product out there, just kind of see what people are thinking of that product. Oftentimes, when you put that product out there, it's going to be just an amazing product. You're going to think that people are going to want to just throw their money at you because of that product and fall head over heels for your product. But when you put it out there, it's just crickets, right? And it's important to put it out there and then ask, okay, so why are you guys not interested? What would make you more interested in this product? And kind of get some feedback from that, and kind of use it as a way of learning about what your market is wanting, about what people are wanting. The other thing that you need to understand when you're putting that out there, you're getting that feedback, is a lot of people will give you feedback, but it really only matters if they're also willing to put their money where their mouth is. So if they're saying, oh, I love this product, I would totally get this product, that means something totally different when they actually pull out their wallet and say, okay, tell me when it's ready. I'm going to buy it. And they're actually going to put money down. Even if they say, oh, I will, you put out the product, you say, okay, it's ready. And then they say, oh, actually, I don't actually have the money for that. Well, you need to have a product that people are willing to buy even when they don't have the money. They are willing to budget for your product, willing to do whatever it takes to get your product. And so that is where you're trying to find that product that they are going to take money from something else and put it into your product and give it into your business. Other thing is what is drawing your customers? When you start getting those customers in, really ask your customers, so what did you like about this? What was so interesting that made you come? And then you've got to really focus in on that. Sometimes you're going to just blow marketing out there and to try and hit as much things as you can, and you're going to have to pull out what's really being successful. And that's going to take some time of just blowing out marketing left and right, seeing what you can get. And then after some time, you can pull back and say, okay, this is what's really working in my business. This is what really people are interested in. And this is what's really catching those people. At that point, people are going to think, oh, wow, you're just getting so successful. They don't see that you blew out marketing to everywhere, and then you're narrowing down to get one or two, aspects or one or two marketing strategies from that. The other thing that I see that's important for startup businesses to understand is you'll get this kind of S curve in your business where you have all your friends, your family, early adopters, they're all jumping into your business and they're excited about it, and you get excited about it and you think, oh, this is how it's going to be. It's going to grow super fast like this. I'm going to need to, buy another machine or rent out another place. You get a loan for that and you're ready for it to just continue to grow like that. And your friends, they move on to the next thing. Your family moves on to the next thing. The early adopters move on, and you're left with a lot less demand, right? The demand just drops dramatically. You've got the loans out there that are hanging over your head. They don't go away, but your demand does. I really recommend, especially when you're starting off, try and start off with either no debt or as little debt as possible. People get so excited about their brand, their product, that they think that it's just going to blow up. They buy all the debt. They want it to grow as fast as possible. That doesn't mean that it will grow as fast as possible. Really having a good product in place, a system in place, really having the income in place, the marketing in place, all of that will ensure that your product will grow, and the debt does not help. It can actually make it worse, right? Because if you have that demand at first and then it starts to drop, your payments for that debt is not going to go away. It's going to stay over your head, and it might actually sink your startup business into bankruptcy. The best thing to do is just try and stay with the cash that you have, the income that you make. I think of debt kind of like a rocket. You shoot that rocket off and you just hope it's going in the right direction. If it's not going in the right direction, it is going to smash into the ground and blow into pieces. Keep that, save that, reinvest it into your business, and try and grow that way. It's slow, but it's steady. And that is how debt is. It is that rocket that can really blow up in one direction or another, but usually it's the wrong direction. You have no idea where that rocket is going to take your business, and you just hope that it's in the right direction, but you never know, because even our best ideas, we throw it out into the market, and like I said, it's crickets. That can happen, and you have debt on your shoulders. You do not want that. So that's one of the biggest things. People want to grow super fast, they get debt so they can do that, and then the debt just pulls them under. The next thing is you've gotten all that set aside, you're growing pretty well. You have to remember it's going to be a slow growth, a steady growth, and that's okay. That's where you can save up the money, you can expand when it's time to expand. If you make mistakes, it's slow and steady. So if you made a mistake, you lose a couple customers here and there, you're not losing tons of people, you're not, putting everything out there. It's just slow and steady. You're losing one or two customers, you're learning along the way, you focus on the customers that really love your product. Right, but it's slow and steady. And during this slow and steady time, it's important also to understand that you might have people that just don't like your product. They will let you know that they don't like it, they don't like what you're offering. Don't let that overshadow the people that love your product. They might not be quite as loud or vocal about how much they love your product, but that is just as important and more important than those people who say, no, I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. Give you a bad rating, or they say, oh, it's too expensive, all this stuff. There are those people who love your product and would love to continue to pay as much as you want for what you're offering. So remember that there are those two aspects. Even when the business is growing slow, remember to focus on those people that are the love groups. All right, and so I hope that this helps you starting off your business. Really wish you the best. It can be a really great experience, but you do have to persevere, push through it, and just keep working at it. Keep trying different things, see what sticks and see what works, and then you'll have a product. And that's just something that you're going to have to do throughout starting a business. All right, and this is Jeff Bollock. Thank you for listening.